Welcome
Just
to
Hands.
Jersey Hands. Welcome to Makeup Minis 2019. It's the first one. So it's that time of year where we make some New Year's resolutions. And initially I thought this Facebook Live would be about me giving you some ideas, sort of like maybe some changes you want to make this year. But I thought we'd do something a little bit different. So myself and Kate are going to share our goals or New Year's resolutions for this year. And so to some extent it'll help yourself, but we want you to share yours with us. And in turn, we might be able to help you with some information or some support on that. So I've got 4 goals this year, and I don't know whether necessarily they're goals, they're maybe reminders. And
mine are wishes.
Mine are wishes. No, I need to do these things.
Okay.
So, my first one is drink more water, and I know that's really easy for some people,
hard.
but I find it hard if water's not right in front of me.
So have you got one of those?
Oh, I forgot to bring a bottle. Bear with me.
Hold the line. Bear with. And she's back.
Right. So
there you go.
what happened last year was I had a water bottle, and the lid broke.
Right. Okay.
So it kind of went all downhill with drinking water, because I know someone can say, just put a glass on the table, but no, it has to be a water bottle.
You need something transportable, don't you?
So I bought myself a new water bottle.
Cool.
So the recommendation is 8 glasses of water a day, around 200 ml, so it's around 2
it's
litres.
about 8, yeah.
I mean, what I actually found, because I wasn't drinking enough water, was getting headaches, and my skin did become, my forehead is the place where it always becomes dry, and that was definitely happening. So I thought, right, I'm not continuing with this, I need to start getting on this water again. Other things, you don't need to, what was I going to say? What I'm trying to say is, your water intake can be by fruit or veg.
I think eating your water is a really good idea.
Yeah. So like cucumbers.
Anything that's got that wet kind of...
Watermelons, I
Yeah,
think.
anything like that is great.
So there are other ways that, you know, can take your fluid intake. And obviously what it's going to do is make your skin a lot more hydrated. It's going to flush out some toxins in your system. So that's my first one.
So how are you getting on?
Today I've done really well.
Okay.
I don't know whether I should say this, but I have been the tallest a lot.
I know. It does make you so pay a little bit more, but you know, come on, it's all good.
Oh gosh. So my second one is make some time for myself to do a face mask. I am really bad for not giving myself time to do a face mask. And I always think, or when I do remember, it's like 10 o'clock at night, and I'm like, oh, it's too late to do it now. And I just always think, oh, a face mask is going to take a long time, I've got too much things going on. But in actual fact, it doesn't take a long time. I could do it while I'm making the girls pack lunches or watching TV. You know, I probably don't sit down till about 9 o'clock at night. But I could actually put a face mask on then and scare my husband. So I actually did one the other night.
Good.
So I was quite proud of myself. I was on the laptop at the time while it was on.
And what did you use?
Is
it a Rhodial?
Yeah. I should have brought that with me. I did show Kate before, but
so you did an exfoliating mask.
Right.
So you can have masks, we've talked about this before, you can
Yes.
have masks that do lots of different actions. So what Jackie used was an exfoliating mask. So that would have removed the top.
Yes.
Dead layers.
It felt like that.
Yeah. But you can, I think you might have left it on.
I did leave it on a bit longer than expected.
But you can have masks that are nourishing, masks that are brightening, masks that are decongesting.
Yeah.
So you can pretty much find a mask for every particular concern that you want to target.
Yeah.
So they are good.
Yeah, and it's a bit of a jump start to the renewal process. So I thought, right, I need to regularly maybe put it on my phone as a reminder once a week. So
mask time?
Mask time, yeah, I like that one.
Nice.
So my third one is exercise.
Oh, that's mine as well.
I'm notoriously bad at joining gyms, getting a membership, or going along to a class for so long, and then something happens, particularly probably family, sometimes business, because I could have gone to a class last night when I was prepping for things today. and I just didn't plan it in at
No,
all.
I know.
I'm really bad for that. But I know I need to do it. You know, I'm getting a bit older. I need to be a bit more flexible and things like that, because I do feel it being on my feet all day.
Yeah, you will do.
And obviously it's good for your mental, physical well-being,
everything.
and of course your skin, because your skin, when I've exercised, I've come away and thought, oh God, my skin looks great actually. Obviously, make sure you take, if you are sweating, you clean your face. So that's one of my other goals for this year.
That's a good one.
And then my last one is to keep learning. I've learned lots through Kate, and I've learned different makeup techniques since I graduated doing my HNC in fashion makeup. But I just think you need to keep yourself up to date, refreshed. So I've been looking recently at people who inspire me, and just maybe going along and doing some more training in that avenue. On that note, I will be doing my own masterclasses this year again. I need to launch.
So good.
Thank you. I need to launch my Express Makeup Masterclass, and I'll still be doing my Timeless one, and it'll still be a signature look. But I'll do another live on that anyway, to give you more information on that. So that's my goals, and I think keeping it quite small is maybe a bit more achievable. Oh, Angie's with us. Hi.
Hi.
Because having a long list of them just might.
It can be a bit overwhelming, which means you don't do anything then.
Yeah, and I think mine are fairly straightforward. Probably, as I say, reminders for me.
Yeah, well, and the thing that's great about it is that even though you're doing them kind of because they're good for your skin and for sort of the beauty side, all the things that you're doing are actually good for all aspects of your life.
Yeah.
Drinking more water, taking a little bit more of me time, exercising, and keep learning, because that's good for your your brain and for your grey cells. So they're all good for all bits of your life, really.
They are. Angie's asking, how long are your workshops? So
Go to one.
3 hours now. They started off at 2, but they're now 3 hours.
It's such good fun. I've been to one, and it's great because you actually get to practice with somebody who's an expert in the room that can go, actually, why don't you try doing this? Maybe that type of project would be better than this for your skin. So it stops you making expensive mistakes in a way as well.
Definitely. So Kate's going to tell us all about her goals. So over to you.
Right, okay, so mine are quite simple as well, and Jackie's nicked one, which for me, one of them was exercise, and I'm a firm believer that for skincare, and if you want to look after your face, exercising is one of the best things that you can do. And of course, as Jackie said, as long as you kind of, if you're going to do sort of cardio work and sweat, don't do it in your makeup, take your makeup off, put a little bit of moisturiser on maybe just to keep your skin hydrated and comfortable, and then when you've done your class, have another gentle cleanse just to remove the perspiration. If you're exercising outside, SPF. But I think exercise, it gets your blood pumping, so it gets blood and nutrients to the surface of your skin, which is brilliant. So I don't know if you've ever noticed, when you've exercised, you tend to kind of look a bit glowy and plumper, and that's because you've got more water to the surface of your skin, so your skin's plumper and more hydrated. That obviously, isn't a long-term thing in the day, but it's great. But also it helps. It kind of helps tighten everything really. So as it tones, your muscles in your body, I think it's good for around your neck area. It's good for posture. I think sometimes some of the things that we get a little bit concerned about as we get older, often are exacerbated by the fact that perhaps we've got in bad postural habits. Yes. So kind of if you're a bit slouched, it makes everything not look as good as it could. So I think exercise is great for everything. It's really good for how you look.
And I mean, and stress as well. That's, if you're quite stressed, exercise is perfect for that. And it could potentially improve any skin conditions, I don't know, eczema, acne.
I think exercise is never going to really do you any harm, really, if you do it sensibly.
Yeah.
So that's one of mine, and I started on New Year's Day because I did the Looney Duke.
Oh, you did?
In North Berwick, so that was kind of my, okay, come on, Kate, get back into exercising again, because I've got to play. It's such good fun.
Was it cold?
It was cold, but not horribly cold. It was exhilaratingly cold.
Yeah.
And the fact that you did it with everybody else, and, I loved it. I absolutely absolutely loved it. I would definitely do it next year.
I'm tempted.
Well, you know, come over and we'll all do it together.
Yeah.
So exercise is one for me.
You heard it here. Hi,
Get
Sylvie.
Get a bit more sleep.
Sleep, yeah.
I never look better than when I've had a good
night's
night's sleep. It gives it kind of lets everything sort of bounce back a little bit into where it should be. So I think getting a good 8 hours, 7 hours, whatever's right for you, and trying to get, for me personally, I'm much better if I get a few more hours in before midnight.
Yeah. I'm a 10 o'clock person.
Yeah, me too. Bedtime.
Yeah.
So I would much rather, I'm a kind of go to bed early and get up early rather than go to bed late and get up late. That suits me. So getting a bit more sleep is a good one for me. I'm actually going to try and wear a little bit more makeup in 2019.
You heard it
I don't
here.
wear a lot of makeup. I know. And I've got some nice little bits and bobs, but I buy them as sort of, oh, that's really cute, isn't it? I love that. And I don't do anything with it.
I'm a sucker for packaging.
I know, I know. But I'm going to try and do some key things. So I think if you know, as you get older, sometimes your eyebrows kind of, you know, lose a little bit of definition, go a little bit sparse.
Yeah.
So I think if you put a little bit of shape back in your face with your eyebrows, maybe a bit of a lip pencil, a little bit of concealer, maybe not full foundation if you don't need it. So I'm going to wear a little bit more makeup. So that's another one.
So see the next live we do. Kate will be wearing makeup.
And my last one is similar to exercising your body, even though there's not many clinical trials, and I am a little bit of a sucker for science. Do you know what I mean? Actually, when I routinely do a set of good facial exercises, I can honestly feel my face become a little bit kind of firmer, stronger. It just feels, you know, when you've exercised your arms or something, they just feel tighter and a little bit more kind of defined and not as wobbly. I find that if I do my facial exercises regularly, every day for a good period of time, I notice the difference. The problem is with all of us, it's really hard to keep up habits that are good for us but take a little bit of time. You know, don't do it today, I'll do it tomorrow. So, and I've got a couple of really good facial exercise books. There's a couple of good online programs and CDs. So if people are interested, let me know, and I'll get Jackie the information. She can post it on, because though there's not much research and clinical trials, I actually think they're quite a good idea.
Yeah. Now, did we talk about facial exercises for when you are tired? And it kind of rejuvenates that area.
Yeah, I mean, there's one simple one that you can do around your eyes, which is kind of if you get your pads of your fingers, and you just no, it's not tapping so much, but you put them kind of on the top of your eyebrows. You close your eyes gently, and sort of as you kind of pull down with your eyelids, but you push it with your fingers, it just sort of relaxes that area.
Yeah.
Does that make any difference? I might need to do it a few times. Yeah. But there are some exercises that you do that actually, for me, they make a kind of immediate, not improvement, because we're all bloody brilliant as we are.
We are.
You know, but so I'm going to get back into doing facial exercises regularly. So that's it, really. Those are mine. Quite simple things that I used to do and stopped doing, and I need to get back into doing them again.
I think that's been the same for me. It's all things
we
that
know
we start and then we
do.
We stop. So if you've got any questions from myself or Kate that we can help you with, you know, feel free to tell us what your
It's been a long day.
I know mine's not finishing until about, I will get home
No,
till about 10 o'clock tonight. But you know, we appreciate you listening to us, certainly over the last year as well. But if we can support you in any way, if you've got anything questions wise, you're
anything
not too
skin
sure,
related,
just let us know, because we're always looking at different things, aren't we? So,
I am a little bit skin obsessed.
And she's making me skin obsessed. I come in every time, I found this product. So I'm trying this. Yes. So thank you for joining us. We're going to leave you and we'll see you next month.
Follow her. Go to one of her workshops. She's brilliant.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes, I'll give you more information about masterclasses. I'll do another live maybe next week. So yes,
cool.
That's us. So bye.